Howdy, I'm the Chinese Zodiac Killer, engineer of the apocalypse. Today, we're going to discuss Skinwalkers, specifically as to why some Native Americans are reluctant to talk about them. There seems to be a reoccurring theme that not only are some Native Americans knowledgeable in the subject of Skinwalkers, but refuse to discuss them because they don't want to give them power. As an occultist with a deep understanding of how these secrets of reality work regarding belief, perception, and how this shapes our collective reality, this statement by some natives only seems to further validate my conclusions. Point of fact: belief shapes our reality as an observer, as does even the act of perception, which on a quantum level has been proven by the double slit experiment. Likewise, when combined with the collective, the combined power has an exponential impact on the shaping of our collective reality. Even Christ emphasized the power of belief. For those of you who don't know my backstory, I was arrested by the FBI Terrorist Task Force in 2022 for mailing out what was claimed to be threatening communications, such as that I had killed people and going to kill more, and labeled the Chinese Zodiac Killer. What the government appears to have hidden from the public and covered up was that I was mailing out chapters of my book series, The Procession of the Equinox, as a publicity stunt, which is full of horror for theatrics and entertainment, to bring mass media attention to it and bring the secrets I had discovered to public awareness on the most widespread level possible. This was, in fact, a whistleblower project, some details of which are discussed in my other videos on here, with a ton more to come. However, in short, the Chinese Zodiac Killer was just one short story of many in a long sequence of chapters in my horror series. The last chapter I ever wrote and mailed out prior to the Chinese Zodiac Killer story was a discussion on how serious reality can be shaped by collective belief, and was entitled The Terrible Certainty of the QAnon Conspiracy Quandary in conjunction with the secrets of the Cycle of Sodom and the Sorcerer's Simulation Spell. Super cool title, with a pretty nifty use of alliteration. Now, in this chapter is a discussion on the widespread global belief that shape-shifting reptilians have infiltrated our world governments, are controlling humanity, and are doing all sorts of naughty reptilian stuff. According to a quick internet search, roughly 13 million Americans alone believe in this reptilian hypothesis, and that is not including the rest of the world. Hold that thought. In 1993, roughly 4,000 practitioners of transcendental meditation went to Washington, D.C. to meditate on using the power of their collective consciousness to lower the crime rate by 20%, to which the chief of police publicly rejected the possibility of this even being realistic. Yet, before the period even ended, the crime rate dropped over 23%. This is an excellent example of how our collective belief, when focused, combined with intent and strong emotional and mental output, has a very real effect on our collective reality. What is terrifying is that as an occultist and rogue you know what, I understand the mechanics of how the collective, or even on an individual level, can shape reality on an even deeper level. For example, if 13 million Americans and millions more across the world have a very strong belief that reptilian shapeshifters exist, their belief in conjunction with the strong emotional discharge of negative emotions such as hate, resentment, and distrust of government and fear, theoretically, only thus increases the probability exponentially of naughty reptilians infiltrating our collective reality from an unknown, unobservable variable, such as below the surface of the earth or from space. In short, the collective focus, belief, and strong negative emotional discharge could actually be jeopardizing our collective reality by a species that we, as children of the Creator ourselves, may actually be manifesting and bringing into existence. And if these very clever reptilians understand the secret nature of reality far deeper than we do, they may actually be exploiting this as a tool to invade our dimensional reality. This logic is just as applicable to skinwalkers. When I see the repeating theme of natives refusing to talk about them, because by doing so would give the skinwalkers more power, it absolutely fits perfect with this logic. By talking about skinwalkers, or aliens, demons, jinn, angels, deities, and even mythological creatures such as elves, and hearing witnesses discuss experiences with them, the existence of skinwalkers or any of these other beings is further validated in our collective belief system, which by being on YouTube reaches multitudes, and in conjunction with fascination, fear, and other strong emotions and thoughts, only increases the probability of not only their existence, but their ability to manifest more frequently and widespread. Likewise, with Congress now acknowledging that UFOs and even extraterrestrials are very likely real and even on our planet as we speak, they are only giving them more credibility as entirely possible phenomena that any one of us could then experience at any given time and are far more probable in frequency. Congress are fools to bring this to public awareness, and it shall be their undoing. This is discussed in detail in a previous video on my channel entitled, Our Collective Concept of Reality is Collapsing. Check it out. Like, follow, and share. Check out my international touring metal band, Penetration, on YouTube by searching our song, See You in Guantanamo. And if you're interested in my documented experiences with the occult and contact with non-human entities, go to Amazon Books and get my book, written under my pen name, A. Crowley, entitled NECRONOMICON, MMXX, the Book of the Howling Beasts. And you'll see just why I am the engineer of the apocalypse. After all, I'm only increasing the probability of manifesting terrifying nightmares like skinwalkers, reptilians, and demons into our collective reality by giving them more power as I link them all to you. We are the apocalypse. Join us.